We're going to talk now to Peter Boxall, who you saw in that video, whose son Lee went missing, and also Dr. Sandi Mann, who's a psychologist up in Wilmshire. But if I can come to you first, Peter, I'd like to turn to Dr. Sandi Mann, the psychologist. Sandi, obviously with the case of Lee, you know, it's a completely unexplained disappearance, but a lot of people, as we saw in that video as well, just walk out of their lives. Can you explain the sort of emotional, what's behind that? Why would somebody just walk away from their family, from their life?
I know, it's so sad, isn't it? But I think a lot of us can probably relate a little bit to that feeling of everything just being too much. And sometimes we just feel that we just want to stop the roller coaster and get off. And they're actually able to do that. So they're actually getting the courage, if you like, to do that, which is very, very sad. And getting back on that roller coaster and coming home can be really difficult. They just want to, you know, change things, move on with their lives and start again. And it's very sad that they've had the need to do that.
And it's incredibly difficult for families like Peter's to sort of deal with that loss, not least of which the financial loss if it's the main breadwinner who leaves the home, isn't it?
It's very sad. I mean, it's not just the practical things, but there's all the issues of whether they could have done something different, whether there's some guilt involved, should they have known what was going to happen, could they have helped this person? There's all sorts of issues, the lack of closure, the fact that they never know what's happened to their loved one. And of course, at this time of year, having that empty place at the table is just so distressing.
And what about those who've been away for a while but perhaps do want to reconnect, do want to get back in touch with their family, just don't know how to do it, don't know what to do, and it's you know, seems like a huge step to try and go back?
It's very, very hard, I think, once you've made that break and kind of reinvented yourself. And I think for a lot of these people, they probably separate their sort of previous life with their family with their current life, where they've kind of reinvented themselves and put their past behind them. For a lot of them, coming out of that is very difficult. The problems may still be there, or they may perceive their problems to still be there. There may be some kind of shame which they feel that there's associated with what they've done. They may disconnect with their family and sort of separate themselves from their family. And it's very difficult to overcome that. And a lot of them may think, well, you know, unless I've made a success of my life, I don't really want to go back unless I can show that I've made something of my life. So there's all sorts of reasons why they may be hesitant to take that first step.
So what would you suggest somebody does if they're watching this and they haven't been in touch with their family for many years?
So if anybody's watching, they haven't been in touch with their family, all I would say is your family really, really still miss you. I don't think it gets any easier for them. It probably gets harder. They just want to know that you're okay, and it's very hard to make that step and reconnect with your old life. But going through an organisation like Missing People can make a big difference. It can be easier for you and it can be easier for the family, just to let them know that you're okay at Christmas.
Thank you both very much, Stephen.